Hello there. I am back. I am very proud of myself for actually going through with this and doing another video within a week of when I said I would. So I'm really happy with that. Let's all just say it together, okay? We've all got it on our minds. I am a consistency queen. Yes, I am a consistency queen because I said I was going to do it and I did it, and I wasn't sure I was going to, but I did it. Very proud of myself. Today's video is about my neurodiversity while being at mass. It's a struggle, and I wanted to share my personal experience with mass being neurodivergent and how I keep it together so I can stay the whole time. I have diagnosed autism and ADHD.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Among other things, but I also feel like I probably have ADHD, but I'm not going to be spending thousands of dollars on something I don't really need because I've already got lots of help with my other issues and it won't really make a difference, I don't think. But me personally, I'm pretty certain that I do have it. It really does affect my mass experience having cuckoo brain. Some of the struggles I have in mass is when I'm supposed to be listening to the homily or the Bible reading or literally anything at all. If I'm not zoomed in, if I'm not fully focused on the person that's speaking, if I'm looking literally anywhere else, even if I'm just looking at something behind them or what they're wearing or whatever, if I'm not looking at their face, I will not hear what they're saying because I've got a monkey clapping the thing in my brain and I'm going to be focusing on whatever going on in here than what's going on in there. So I need to super focus my eyesight / my attention on the person or nothing is going to come into here. I'm constantly thinking about other stuff too. It's really annoying because I know that I need to be focusing and then I do focus and then all of a sudden I realize that for the past couple of minutes I've been zoned out thinking about something else, so I have to force myself to think again about what the person is saying. It is such a struggle because I genuinely enjoy what is being said and I enjoy the mass, but my brain will not be quiet. I'm just constantly thinking about something. It's either a song playing over and over in my head or something I've got to do or an embarrassing memory or blah blah blah. It is just so frustrating because I really just want to focus and I can't, and then I feel bad because I didn't focus. It's just kind of like a stupid big cycle. I focus and then I lose focus and then I get it back. It's just the entire mass. My brain is very frustrating. Also, with my OCD, I have a couple of variations with it because with OCD, it's not just crazy cleaning and stuff. I do have that from time to time. It's also intrusive thoughts, and with Christianity or religion, I guess, is scrupulosity. I have a whole bunch of different OCD tendencies or whatever that I struggle with. An issue that I have during mass is so I'll give you an example of one of the specific issues. After you've had communion and you kneel to pray while others are going up. If I don't include every single intention that I could ever think of on this entire planet from the beginning to the end of time, I feel number one, my prayers won't be heard, and number two, God's gonna be mad at me for forgetting or not including something, so he's purposefully not going to answer the prayers. So I feel really bad because I'm just trying to think who can I pray for, who's asked me for a prayer, who needs a prayer. Every single intention on this planet I'm trying to remember because I feel if I don't include everything, I'm going to be in trouble with God. It's so hard for me to break myself away from this thought process because I know logically that's not true. God loves me and he understands that I have OCD, and me forgetting something, he doesn't mind because he knows what's on my heart. But my dumb brain doesn't get this, so I feel I'm going to get in a lot of trouble and I'm not going to be able to help someone that needs a prayer because I forgot. Or if I didn't forget, I'm worried that the same issues apply, that it's not going to be heard or whatever if I don't do it correctly. And don't get me started with the rosary. Oh my goodness. I will talk about that maybe in another video. My biggest OCD problem when it comes to Catholicism comes with the rosary. Oh, it's a doozy. It'll probably take a whole video, so I'll do that at another time. Also, I get super worried that venial sins are mortal sins. I know that you don't need to confess venial sins as much as you need to do mortal sin. Like, I know when you're in mortal sin, you can't take communion. Venial sins, you need to do it like once a month or something like that. Every single week before Mass, I go and have confession. I do have some mortal sins in there, but I also confess all the venial sins because I'm worried that they're actually a mortal sin and I just don't know it. And then after confession, I'm worried because I'm like ran out of time to go to confession if I need to go, if I've remembered something else. And I'm panicking the whole time when it comes to like waiting to go up for communion because I don't know if I'm actually like allowed to, because I don't know if I've done a mortal sin. But that's just how my brain works. Like, everything's all fine, everything's Gucci, but my brain is just like, nah bruh, you are evil, God hates you, and you cannot have communion. That's a lie. I know that's a lie. I know my brain's trying to sabotage me, but it's still very difficult for me to snap myself out of that. It is so hard having OCD. It's hard having like anything, but like I feel like with my autism and OCD, depression, anxiety, blah, 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 I feel like out of all of them, my OCD is probably the most difficult because I didn't realize for most of my life the intrusive thoughts and the having to do things a certain way and counting and all that. I didn't realize that was OCD. I didn't understand why I was diagnosed with OCD. I do now. I'll tell you that much. I will tell you that much for free. That's my OCD when it comes to Mass. I also feel like if I'm at Mass and I'm not doing things a certain way, like correctly, like genuflecting, like, or bowing or anything, I feel like every single thing I have to do it perfectly because God's gonna be mad. He's not mad. He understands me, but I don't get that. It's very, very tiring and frustrating. With my autism / undiagnosed ADHD, I stim the entire Mass. And I feel really awkward because I sit right up the front because, number one, I do it so I pay better attention to whoever's speaking, because if I'm at the back and I can't see, I'm not going to pay any attention. It's not on purpose, it's just how my brain is. So if I'm right up the front, that's good for me because I can see and I can hear, but also regardless of where I sit, I'm going to be stimming. And I feel like because I'm right up the front, everyone's going to see me stimming, and I really, really try to keep it low key. But it's probably very obvious because I'm like swaying and tapping and doing certain repetitive movements to keep me present and focused, and so I don't panic and have to leave. It also keeps my attention away from my nerve pain because at Mass I'm in a lot of pain, and often I need help like getting out of the pew at the end because I'm so stiff, and sometimes I can't kneel after communion. It's really, really crappy, but at least I don't need my walker anymore, so I'm pleased with that. But now it's just kind of like a cross I have to carry. So mental health and physical health at Mass, it is so difficult to try and like take care of each individual thing, but I find that my stimming kind of takes care of all of that in one foul swoop, so I'm happy with that. But I feel bad for the people around me. I just hope they understand. I also feel like people are judging me. I need to stop thinking that way, but at Mass often I am wearing comfy loose clothes such as my Crocs, which I wear all the time, trackies, and just like loose comfy clothes, because with my nerve damage, if I wear something like a dress or something, I will be in more pain because just the fabric and whatever. And so I'd prefer to be comfy and in less pain than to not be at Mass at all. So I feel like people probably think, oh, she's a dag, or is she really a Catholic, you know, because I often don't wear makeup either, and so I feel like I look like non-binary or something like that, and I feel like when I go out for communion, people are going to stop me and be like, hey, you can't do that. And I'm like, no, I'm just physically and mentally ill. And this is how I'm able to be here. I'm sure that not many people, or like no one at all, even thinks that way. I'm just so judgmental on myself that I just think the worst when it comes to how I look. Because I know in myself that my friends and all that, they love me and they don't judge me and they're just happy that I'm there. But they know me, like on a personal level. These people at Mass, they've never met me. And I'm worried that I'm just giving a bad impression and making me look like I shouldn't be there. I don't know. It's really stupid and self-destructive to be so worried about what people think of you, but I do. And I just pray that people realize that I'm really trying. I'm really ill. If I'm having a difficult brain or pain day at Mass, if the stimming doesn't help, what I like to do is go for a walk into the, what do you call that? Like the little entrance area before you actually get into the church. I don't know what that is, but there's speakers out there, so I can just get out my nervous energy and do big stims to calm myself down. Then I can go back in, or I'll go to the toilet and just like, get some water on my hands. I like when I put cold water on my hands, it kind of like does a reset or something. So I do have methods of calming myself down if everything's a bit too much. But I try and stay, because me being there is a big deal. I think it offers a lot of graces. And as well as with my nerve issues and when my mental health is super bad, I think that also, like, I offer up my suffering for those who need it too. So I think that's also a good thing too. So I think that's everything when it comes to my spicy little brain there. I just wanted to talk to you guys about it because I feel like there needs to be more discussion about autism and all that when it comes to Mass. Because I feel like a lot of my, peers that I know from church, I feel like no one really talks about it. I don't know if anyone else has these issues, but I feel like if there is anyone that has these problems, it's better to know that there are others out there that have the same or similar struggles as you than to feel like there is no one you can relate to. So that's why I'm kind of putting this out, because when I first started coming to Mass, I felt pretty alone, being a convert, number one, and number two, being so different, like in my style, in my interests, and with my mental and physical health. So I feel like me putting this video out there is like letting people around the world know that it's okay to be different. It's okay to have mental and physical health problems. It's okay to have your own struggles. There's many, many people out there that have it too, or something similar. And just because, you might not hear about it, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. And I am here to tell you that it does exist, and I will contest to that. Thank you for watching. I really enjoyed making this. I hope it kind of made sense. I feel like I went off on a bit of a tangent, but that's just who I am, and I want my channel to reflect who I am as a person. I'm not perfect, but I want you guys to know that I do have a personality and I do have my own struggles and my own special little quirks. And I feel like in my old videos, you didn't see any of that because I just kept it so serious and no personality. So here I am showing my personality. And I hope that, it's more relatable and enjoyable to watch than the old ones, which we don't talk about that. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and God bless you.